It's perfect.
Okay. Yeah, I'm about to say I just maxed mine out. I understand though.
New phone, trust me. New phone. So how you doing, man?
Man, I'm as wonderful as I can be, brother.
It's chilling too. Me myself. Nice weather outside and everything.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It's
beautiful out here.
Yeah, man. Like I remember you had a subject, a topic, interesting topic, which I know a lot about. Some people talk about it, but they don't really get in too deep about it. Like hip hop, beefs on wax. It could be friendly. It could be deadly.
Right. I mean? So hold up. Right before we do that, I'm gonna do my you dig.
Go on. Yeah.
And we gonna jump into it. What up, all my hoodlums, hooligans, knuckleheads, players and pimps, slaves and simps, hoes and freaks, nerds and geeks, strippers and tippers, thugs and gorillas, soldiers and kings, goddesses and queens, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, niggas and bitches, and you sophisticated motherfuckers alike. Welcome to Hip Hop's Biggest Fan.
Respect.
And today, my guest is Shawn Myrie. He's the host of the Shawn Myrie podcast, the Down to Earth podcast,
Myrie Jane podcast.
the old school, the old heads. I'm fucking the name.
Yeah, that's a new one. That's a new one we're coming with soon. That's a new one. But the main one's Down to Earth podcast. And then I have like the Shawn Myrie one, which is more personal one, like, you know, more like maybe more family business stories of that. And the Myrie Jane one is like a weed connoisseur one. We more like talk about like weed educators and like, you know, the industry and stuff like that. That's building that one.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Keep trying this. What's up if you want here, cuz.
Let's up.
So, as I said, I was, you know, we had talked before on your joint, and I've been brainstorming. I was like, I gotta get this man on my shit. What can we talk about though? Because we talked about everything else already.
Yeah.
In a way, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I see. Let's talk about rap beef and rap battles on wax. To be specific.
Yeah.
So on wax songs, rather than, you know, two people standing across from each other and doing it.
Songs. There's tons of those. There's tons of those tracks out there.
But I want to do my best to hopefully we can run through as much history and you know discuss these things as possible.
Yeah. I'm good with that.
I'm gonna ask you this first. What was one of the first songs that you realized that you knew of was like, yo, this is a diss song?
Well, okay, like there's two levels, but okay, this song I say the easy track. The easy track. No. Back in the days, because I'm an older brother. Fuck Compton. Remember? Tim Dog? People ever remember that? It's one of the first. This, yeah.
Yo,
Fuck Compton.
You know what? You reminded me. I wasn't even gonna bring that up, but yes, that yes.
He dissed all NWA, Ice Cube. I remember that lyric. Fuck Compton. Fuck him.
Bro, I ain't heard that in so long.
Yeah, I remember.
I maybe haven't heard that song in about 30 years.
Yeah, I'm digging it up, man. I remember all the beef, the beef tracks. When it comes to that, I know a lot of that shit, like all that shit.
Okay. I'm gonna say the first one that I knew of, like when I was of age to like really know what I was listening to, like, oh yo, he going at them, was No Vaseline.
No Vaseline, yeah, I know that one. But that one came after Tim Dog gave all of the West Coast. See, people don't credit Tim Dog. He was the man giving the West Coast the stuff talking about Jerly Curls and all that shit.
Bro, I ain't listened to that song in so long, yo. I kind of don't even half remember what he said.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that, and I know I heard The Bridge Is Over before that, but I didn't even know that was a diss song. I was so young. I didn't even know.
Yeah, The Bridge Is Over. There's a whole, even LL Cool J. LL Cool J had something with Kumo D.
Okay, now.
But it's very subliminal.
Now,
very subliminal.
If we're going to go, like I said, take it back, I believe, like the first joint that's actually on wax, I think might be Roxanne Shante, Roxanne's Revenge.
Yeah. Roxanne Revenge, yeah. Because Juice Crew.
That might be the first joint like on wax.
On wax. Yeah, you're right.
I think.
Most popular, one of them, maybe.
I think that we know of.
What we know of. Commercialized, just say commercial.
There we go. Yeah. Yes, sir. And then I want to say The Bridge Is Over came out like almost around the same time.
Yeah, Bridge is Over. Yeah. Yep. What was
Now,
known.
something else. I've never heard the song, but I've heard the story of how Salt and Pepper got on.
I think so. Yeah, I think. What are you saying? Like, yeah, I had a feeling they had some type of.
They had a reply for Dougie Fresh and Slick Rick the show.
I think so. Yeah, I heard about something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, but all of this led me to like, yo, a lot of people have really gotten on, like they first joints really be going at somebody.
Well, look at what's his name? But it screwed him up, kind of. Cannabis when he came out, going at LL.
We gonna get to that, but that's one of them. I'm gonna say 50 Cent, How to Rob.
Well, 50 Cent and who? He had a couple. 50 Cent has a couple.
Saying his first joint on wax, How to Rob. He went at the whole industry.
Oh yeah.
Right?
True. Yeah.
I want Mano Rumors. He went at everybody.
Yeah.
That was like one of his first real joints.
Mm-hmm.
Dang, I'm trying to think of who else. So it's kind of like a thing like, yo, you know, going hard at people, yo, is really a good way to break yourself.
Well, one of the biggest diss tracks, I think, one of my favorite was Real Motherfucking G's by Eazy-E.
Oh, yeah.
When he hit them with that, I used to have that on replay.
Yeah, with Dre and BG Knockout, yeah.
Yeah, that was my summer tune back when I was a teenager. My summer tune. I remember that. Yeah. BG Knockout, Dre stuff.
Yeah. That might have been 93 or 94, I think.
Yep.
93, 94, somewhere around there.
I think 94, yeah, you're right. 93, 94. That was going
somewhere around there.
Because Death Row had their rise coming with the Chronic. Eazy-E's Ruthless was phasing out a little bit, but he was still had some firepower. Yeah, it's about that time. Yeah, there's a lot more too what people don't talk about, like New York. I know New York, they had their beefs between each other.
And as you brought up earlier, like LL Cool J and Kumo D.
Yep. Those are the old ones.
You know, the How You Like Me Now when the reply of Jack the Ripper.
Yep.
Like you said, that was a bit more subliminal. It wasn't directly.
How many people know about Ghost and 50?
Oh yeah. I mean, Ghost put that shit on his album. Like, yo, with a kid 50 Cent, like, yo, you ain't about to do me like. He had a whole skit about that shit. Yeah.
And Mobb Deep, Jay-Z keeps going.
We thought Jay-Z and Nas.
Oh, Lee, there's even more. We can keep going, like Ice Cube and with the West Side Connection. West Side Connection dissing all the East. Like, you know, they're dissing some of the East.
Yeah, but I'm gonna say more specifically Ice Cube and Common.
Oh yeah. People forget about some of these. Yeah, there's a lot.
Right, like you sit back and like, damn, yo, like, you know, Ice Cube will go at your ass.
Yeah,
you know.
Ice
Cube. I think he went back in NWA after they, you know, dissed him first. And he was like, all right.
Yeah. And all these beefs on wax, most of them stayed on wax. That's the thing about it. Most of them stayed on wax, even though it was more, you know, back in the days, they'll, you know, deal with you fist to fist. Most of them stayed on wax, friendly, right? Yeah. But now,
man, now, oh no, it's man, that shit seems to always get real now in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Even check this out, even if they don't make diss songs about each other, they just mention each other in like interviews. Yeah, like that Freddie Gibbs, Benny the Butcher shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And Benny, and you know, both of them Benny try to play like, I don't know, he all right. And then you see a week later they ran across him and whooped his ass.
See, like these beefs though, this is the thing about it now. We could keep talking about a lot of these beefs.
Because we can do this.
But when you talk about that meeting, right? That meeting, what Crazy Bone talks about, this is the time when the beefs was like, this was the new thing to start, like after the whole Conscious Public Enemy and, you know, like Tribe Called Quest and, you know, everybody, East Coast, West Coast, nice, with Naughty by Nature, Tupac. Check it. That meeting, what he talked about, Bone Thugs, came about, they came out around about 93, right? Just say 93.
Yeah, 93, 94, yeah.
So I'm guessing this meeting happened, right after Eazy died. Right? Right after Eazy died. Because they already had the gang. Because they already had. Yeah, we were talking about Eazy-E died about, what, 95?
95, yeah.
Okay. Bone Thugs. You remember the first album? They got all these awards for, and it was very
Creeping
big.
On the Come Up.
Yeah,
Creeping On the Come Up.
that singing song. Yeah, yeah. The harmony song what they had was huge. Commercial right after Easy died. The tribute song, right?
Oh, the Crossroads shit. All right.
The Crossroads.
Yeah.
That Crossroads time. I'm guaranteeing that's the time what Crazy Bone's talking about. Probably right in middle between, because now the king of gangster rap's dead, right? One of the kings of gangster rap, and he ended off with that beef, the whole beef, because we're talking about beef with Dr. Dre and shit like that.
Well, true indeed, but from I believe they all kind of hashed that out. They was gonna work.
Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. But the industry want to continue that, because if you check it, right after that was the Tupac shit and Biggie shit.
Yeah.
People always forget about that timeline right after that whole Easy shit.
Bro, it was 3 years in a row. 95 Easy, 96 Pac, 97 Big.
So they continued it after Easy, after that shit, because remember, Death Row, Ruthless was going through all this beef. There's tons of backstory shit.
Yeah, since Death Row started, they always had a problem with somebody. Yeah.
And Ruthless was before Death Row. Ruthless was like the Death Row, but it was like these new cats, a little bit newer, coming to take over.
Can we say that Death Row is a branch on the Ruthless tree for real?
Yeah. It is. It is a branch off the Ruthless tree. 100%. 100%. Because Eazy-E, Ice Cube, every single one of them, the Doc, all of them, going all the way to Bone Thugs. So this meeting, what I'm saying, was the continuation, what they're saying, to make hip hop a certain way, and that's when the beef started. Like you said, the East Coast and the West Coast shit. With the award shit, these guys with Puffy going to the awards, all that drama going on. There's even other guys we don't talk about who had beefs around that time from other coasts, smaller artists, because there were, allegiance to one side, like Joe Felony and stuff was with, like Ice Cube and Dub C, and
Can I say this? From my understanding, Boot Camp Click ain't really fuck with Big too much.
That I know about that one too.
And they from Brooklyn.
Yeah, I know what happened with that one.
So when Pac got with them, when he was on Death Row to do that One Nation, he knew what he was doing.
Yeah. And you know what happened though? What Big done? The story of Big. He assaulted one of them.
That's what happened?
With a bat. He assaulted one of them with a bat, right? The one with the same name as a bat, put it that way, right? He assaulted one of them with a bat because, remember, they were with Pac. That was the New York link for Pac. So that camp, Boot Camp was a shit too at that time. They were heavy back then. So it's like Junior Mafia, Boot Camp.
Yeah, but see, this is the thing about Boot Camp. All right, I'm gonna try to make it comparable to now standards. Boot Camp would be like Griselda, and Junior Mafia would be like Migos. I don't know.
Migos, yeah.
I know they're from different places.
But like Migos, I know what you mean. Yeah.
I'm just saying like commercial and underground.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Both the shit.
Yeah, both the shit, but commercial and underground. Yeah, exactly. You're right.
Yeah. So I was just making that comparison, man. You know what I'm saying? And I even till today, I know, social media is what it is. It's everything. Yeah. This is how people get their news.
Yep.
But even to back then, magazines and actual radio and all that, even till this day, they really, I understand they call themselves reporting on it. To me, it only adds gasoline to what they might actually, like I spoke on the Benny the Butcher and Freddie Gibbs. Yeah. They may not talk about it, but when they get in the interview, media start asking them these questions.
Yeah.
And it just make it worse. In my opinion.
It's true, because I don't know hopefully nothing goes further, but back in the days, what you see there, what happened to the man there getting beat like that, it'd probably turn out someone dead. You get me? Because they know there's a camera. Every one of those guys who was into that brawl has an idea, psychological idea. They have a phone. They do. You might not think that, but they do. But back in the days, they didn't care. They just take out. Something would happen.
Yeah.
But they know there's a camera. They have an idea. Someone in that group.
Right.
And there was a camera. What caught them? Right? We saw that.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Holy. And
Yeah.
there's the Dr. Dre beefs. Dr. Dre had a whole bunch of beefs. Him and Suge Knight had a beef for a while.
Okay. Can we? You want to go there?
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna take it to very recently.
Oh yeah.
How petty Dr. Dre is about the beef with Suge. When he did the Super Bowl halftime, did you see the set?
I seen some of it. Some of it.
On the set, like he had to try and look like LA or Compton.
Yeah.
He had a Tam's Burger on that set at the Super Bowl. Do you know what happened at Tam's Burger? That's a spot in Compton.
What happened?
That's where Suge just caught the case where he killed the dude, ran the dude over with the car, yo.
Damn. That's cold. Oh,
Tell
shit.
me that's not your cold. That's some cold petty shit. Like,
damn, that's cold. So,
on the Super Bowl, yeah, we gonna put this up here. Nigga, I know you gonna see it.
Oh, Lee. It's like a revenge. I guess it's like his type of like sweet revenge. His type of revenge.
Man.
In a way, you know?
Absolutely. But as to your point, Dre done had beef with a lot of motherfuckers. Like,
yep. There's more. There's a whole bunch more, man. Like he has beef with he had beef with Easy for a good time. That was even for a good while. Then he had beef with who else? Was it any New York people he had? I'm trying to think if he ever had beef with anyone from New York. No.
I ain't never heard of that.
No. Everybody loves him in New York, Dre. Dre always loved New York too, but yeah, it's mainly the West Coast because there's haters. It's naturally, right?
Well,
where are you from?
I'm shout out to the West Coast, shout out to California, shout out to LA, but I'm gonna just jump out here and say this: LA gangbanging and took a lot of lives.
Yeah.
Specifically, Nipsey, Pop, Big,
a lot of rappers.
Pop Smoke. What's the motherfucker that run with YG?
You said Big. You said Biggie too, right?
Yeah. LA hood politics. It's
LA no
to play with.
Yeah, you don't go frigging around down there. Still,
saying, like
it's like another country. Yeah, they warn you. They give you travel advisories and all that type of stuff down there.
I'm saying even brothers that's from there, like I said,
Nipsey, yep.
Slim 400.
Yep. There's probably more. There's more. Keeps going.
Yeah.
Keeps going.
I don't know what happened. I'm not. Are you familiar with the brother? What was your name? Gonzo. He was with the group Caution.
Yep.
I don't know exactly, but I don't know.
And then after there's some in the South too. A good amount in the South, like Florida. Florida has tons.
Man.
Florida has tons.
From what my understanding, Florida is just different regardless.
Yeah.
Like regardless of any of the this period, them motherfuckers is different.
So wait a minute. Now let's get back to the wax now. Like
yeah.
The sport of that, I believe, was a good thing for the culture.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But now, like, people want more than that. They don't want more than wax. They want people to even like be socially like dissing the mothers and their girlfriends and do all types of tactics, do pictures with them and shit. Pac got that already. That's ancient. Pac already had that. But you know, people would be like going to paying the baby mothers money and shit.
Yes, yeah. 50 did that. I want to say Tekashi did that. Lord knows who else.
Yep.
But it makes me want to ask you this. Because I know I asked my kids this. But my kids is only like 20 years old. But I'm going to ask you. Because I know we're around the same age. To you, what is the hardest 3 diss records ever?
Hardest 3 diss records. I'm going to say, because it was commercialized, I got to say Real Motherfucking Jesus won. Right? I'm going to give LL Cool J that shit with the microphone shit when he came back on Cannabis and made him know who he is. And that's what made him the GOAT.
Yeah.
Right? And then I have to say for early one, fuck, that's hard. That is hard, man.
It's a hard question. Like
Hard. It's in between something from Ice Cube, and I would say The Bridge is Over, because The Bridge is Over is like what really was saying like we're one of the headstones of hip hop,
brother,
the
I
Bronx.
love that song.
Yeah.
Like I said, I was so young. I just liked the song. I didn't even know what it was dissing until I got
me
to
too.
a teenager.
Me too.
Like, hold
it's
up,
true.
what was going on?
Yep, me too.
Oh.
The Bridge is Over, Real Motherfucking G's. What did I say again? What did I say the last one was? It's in between Ice Cube and one of his song, No Vaseline.
I just forget. You just told me. Hold up.
There's so much.
Hold up, my bad. I'm drinking. Hold up. You said Real Motherfucking G's. You said
damn, The Bridge is Over.
Yeah.
And the third one, I had it was in between like a Ice Cube, No Vaseline.
No, that's what you said. The Bridge is Over.
Yeah.
What the fuck was the other one you said? Why did I forget that fact?
There's a mystery one. But hey, don't forget there's a beef with Jay-Z and Mobb Deep.
Yeah. Yeah,
that was one of the last big beefs.
After the takeover,
yeah, that's one of the last big beefs.
I didn't feel that Mobb Deep really went at Jay-Z hard enough personally. I think they did the shit Fire or whatever the niggas something get burned. I can't remember how the shit goes.
No, because they got that guy Truth. There's a situation with that underground rapper called Truth. You remember? A guy named Truth. Jay-Z was about to sign him near the. This was when after I think Damon Dash, the end days of Damon Dash in between, and this guy Truth, he's from New York. He's like a Puerto Rican rapper.
Oh, you talking about True Life?
True Life.
All right. True Life.
Made my mistake. I said Truth. True Life. It's been a while. But I know the story. He was with Jay-Z's newly. I think it was Rock Nation at the beginning times, and after then he was like the guy, Jay-Z's, artist, little street muscle, and they done something to Mobb Deep. That's the rumor.
Yeah, okay. Now you're saying that, that does sound familiar.
And then back and forth, something happened to him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, his brother ended up killing somebody, and he was there, and he ended up doing however many years.
Yeah. And then there's other beefs, Murder Inc. Whew. Murder Inc. and 50 Cent. That is a long beef because they have a historical beef, man. That's going with all types of shit. Then you're gonna get what's his name again?
Well, I want to say I'm not sure. I want to say maybe did it not start on Wax first? Maybe
it started on Wax from the track. What you said? Rob, how to rob. It started from that time, continued all the way till 2004 until he came. Think of it.
It went to 2000 and now.
Yeah, but now think of it. 98, 99, and then when he came out, it was 2003.
I want to say, because I want to say 50's first joint was on that movie soundtrack, In Too Deep.
But when when he was on Shady, I mean, when he started to really make the dough.
Yeah, that was like 2002, 2003,
2003, but the early days, he was about 5 years before that commercial, the commercial explosion and shit.
Yeah, he was going at him then though.
Yeah, he was going at him then, and he had what's his name, who owned the Source magazine too. There's a whole lineup of beefs.
Yeah, and all that shit. And,
I remember that with Eminem. To this day, he's what's his name is bringing up Eminem.
Absolutely. Benzino,
Benzino's bringing up Eminem to this day, and it's crazy. But that was a big beef, Murder Inc. Because Murder Inc. The connection with Murder Inc. and 50, there's a big connection. It's like almost like family, you would say. Like what's his name? You remember Black Child? Black Child on Murder Inc.
Yeah.
Okay, he wasn't popular, but he was on Murder Inc.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. He was one of those that poked him.
So his relationship with 50, I think they used to box back in the day. See 50, he's big, but he won't talk all of his history. You know what I mean? He probably leaves some out of it, but those guys know 50 probably from like the streets, you know, like
Yeah,
before all the
well,
popularity and all that shit.
yeah,
So
from the
Black
neighborhood
Child
of
is one of
Queens. Yeah,
them. Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, they say 50 was a terror. Like it was, and like in the street for real. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm gonna tell you something that bugged me out. It was what was it? It was this past holiday season, Christmas. It was like right around Christmas, New Year, something. We had something at the house. We was doing karaoke and shit, right? And my kids was in here, they doing it, and they put on Hit 'Em Up. I'm like, yo, these are 20-year-olds. I'm like, so I had to ask them. I said, yo, what's the hardest diss record ever? And the majority was like, Hit 'Em Up. He said, they was like, Hit 'Em Up. Like, yeah. He said, yo, he said, yeah, I fucked your wife. Like,
Yeah. That's the like hardest commercial, probably like this track on wax.
I'm gonna tell you what's one of my favorites. Sheether.
Who?
Remy Ma going at Nicki Minaj. Sheether.
Yeah.
Yo. What? It was like what?
Nicki Minaj came with something though. Nicki Minaj came back with some stuff too herself, but not like.
Okay.
Yeah.
Check it out. That's how I felt about Mom Deep coming back at Jay-Z. Like, you tried, nigga.
Okay, but the Fat Joe and how could I forget her husband's name, man? How could I forget his name? Remy Ma's husband. Papoose and Fat Joe. They had it. They had it for a while. They were going. I think you were going on wax, back and forth.
I don't remember Fat Joe going at Pat. I'm sure Pat said something, but
no, he did. See, he probably got rid of those records or those mixtape tracks.
Yeah, they probably mixtapes. I might have missed them.
Yeah, he put something on him. There's a whole bunch, man. Like the biggest ones, like we said, is Tupac and Biggie. That's what everybody's gonna talk about. Tupac and Biggie.
Well, see, this is the thing. Like, to me, Biggie shit, people try to say that who shot you, but
that's not a beef, though. I don't believe the Tupac and Biggie shit. That's not a beef. That was like made up shit. That was made up shit. That's some industry type of shit. That was to go deep.
Can I run down this timeline?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna tell you how all this happened from my understanding. Right? You know, Pac fucked with Big, right?
Yep.
From my understanding, Tupac and Puffy wasn't.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna say they liked each other too much. From my understanding, right? This is well before Death Row.
Long time ago. Yeah.
Right. Tupac was hanging with Biggie. Tupac was hanging with some Brooklyn gangsters, some real street motherfuckers. And Big tried to warn him, like, yo, you might not want to fuck with him. And I remember I heard an interview where Pac was like, yo, he was trying to tell me, but he didn't get to tell me. He said, I'll talk to you later.
Yeah.
He said, well, I didn't get a chance to see him later. I ended up getting shot. Next time I see him, I'm at the studio shot. And then damn near went to jail like a few months right after that.
Yeah, I see.
Now, all right? Tupac going through all that shit. You get shot, you paranoid, you feel like you got set up. Yeah, he got set up. But whatever. And he got set up by some Brooklyn motherfuckers. Now, later that year, in Atlanta, at Jermaine Dupri's birthday party, one of Puffy's bodyguards, for lack of a better term, killed one of Suge's homeboys.
It was and I think he was a bodyguard too.
Something like that, right?
Yeah.
Because that's what they would do. They would put their peoples on the payroll. Yo, I know you get down, so I'm gonna pay you and you hold.
So they
down.
killed one of Suge's homeboys. See, people don't see this really went personal. This actually did go personal.
Yeah, right. This is between Suge and Puffy, right? Now we already see that Pac feeling like Big, Puffy, whoever, like might already had something to do with something happened earlier that year.
Yeah,
the year before, should I say?
Yeah.
This is like the right moving to the next year when he in jail. Suge Man gets killed, right? Suge gets Pac out of jail. Now, for what this is what bothers me. Tupac is from fucking New York.
Yep.
people, I guess he was raised late in his years in California, in the Bay Area, whatever. People try to claim him to be a West Coast artist. To me, he's not. He is just an artist.
Yeah, he's an artist, but he's from the East.
Yeah. So to me, Tupac had a problem with New York hip hop because he like, y'all niggas know something, and ain't nobody hold me down. Like, ain't nobody warn me.
Yeah.
Something, right? Ain't nobody fix this for me. So once he get on death row, Suge already got a problem with, got a brand new problem with Puffy because his man just got killed by his man.
Yep.
Yo, we about to go with these motherfuckers. Yeah,
I see. Yeah, he had it already in motion. Yeah.
And Suge saved this nigga, like, pretty much.
It's true.
Got this man out of jail. Got this man out of the penitentiary. Like, so my loyalty, yes, lies with.
Because like, no New York guys, no one from New York's coming for him. No one from New York is coming to take him.
He had a #1 record in jail, and they didn't. Even his own group didn't bail him out.
No.
What?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. Exactly.
And that shit just snowballed into some other shit.
But then Jay-Z, you have to wonder why Tupac at the end of one of his last albums, he's talking about Jay-Z. These are the times, probably the end of what?
96.
Before he died.
It's right? 96.
But I would say late 95. He probably caught wind of Jay-Z, Tupac. Late 95. Because Jay-Z had that song with Foxy Brown.
Ain't no nigga. Yeah.
So that was probably the late.
I want to say it came out in 96 though.
Early 96, right? No, early.
Hear me out. I want to say it came out in 96. It was on a Nutty Professor soundtrack.
Yeah, but it wasn't late 96. That was early because it was way before Tupac passed, right?
It was a good amount, but
But that's when Jay-Z. What I'm saying, that's exactly the same year. Even if it is 96, Jay-Z was around. So Tupac got to see Jay-Z intro.
But he knew Jay-Z well before that.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at.
That's what I'm getting at. Jay-Z was running with Jaz-O in the 80s.
See, that's what I'm getting at. So he knew when he's rapping about Jay-Z, some people might think it's new, like around that time. Oh, Jay-Z's, with Foxy and, Biggie is his guy. But he probably knew about him too, because he does rap about Jay-Z up in that last album. People don't know about that.
Yeah, well, like he said, don't hit him up. And if you down with Bad Boy, then fuck you too. So he was running with Biggie. It was fuck him too.
You know about Jay-Z's? Oh, this one you're gonna like. Jay-Z and R. Kelly. Yo. But that was a real beef because that was the height of R. Kelly's career when he was like, for him to have a double album with Jay-Z, he had to have respect at that time because Jay-Z was at the height, like the man.
Yeah, he was. This was right at the Blueprint. Yeah, that Best of Both Worlds was right at the Blueprint. Blueprint to that point was like, yo, that was his greatest body of work. So they seen that. So they thought. I would beg to differ and say Reasonable Doubt is, but at that moment in time, Reasonable Doubt was still aging, and people still maybe didn't get it like they do now. But to your point,
that beef, you know about that beef?
He was
that beef. You know about that? You know about that beef? That was a real beef. Serious beef. Both crews going at it and shit like that. And I could go deeper about that, but I feel that's the downfall of R. Kelly. Ever since he fucked with Jay-Z from those times, something changed.
Can I say this about that? Right when they were releasing that album, Best of Both Worlds, that's when the R. Kelly, I don't know if to call it a sex tape, the pedophile tape, whatever you want to call it, the piss tape, it came out right then when they were supposed to go on tour, and it just deadened everything.
And he tried to fuck with Jay-Z. That's all I gotta say.
Dog, and you got this stain on you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but hey, even Jay-Z has some undercover beefs. I don't know if you heard about the time when someone tried to bootleg his shit.
Yeah, that motherfucker that was with Biggie.
That's Biggie's old manager.
Yeah, and they had a record label that they was distributing Junior Mafia through, Undead's Records. Yeah, this is where Cameron got signed to. Yeah.
Now that you bring up Cameron, now Cameron had something with Jay-Z too.
Yeah, and Mace. Yeah, oh, Cam ain't scared. Cam ain't no bitch.
Oh, man.
Cam with it.
And you know who is the beef master?
50 Cent.
Puffy. Everyone had beef with Puffy, even after.
Well, I'll be honest with you. If we're gonna talk about Puffy, man, that motherfucker like a godfather.
He's the godfather.
Like he ain't, to me, he don't really show none of that, but I'm sure he be like, and that shit get handled. And his hands be.
Okay, let's go on to the next one. But this one's entertaining. Rick Ross, 50 Cents.
Well, like when you said there's somebody that's the master of it, I thought we were talking about 50, because sometimes he uses it for publicity even when it's real.
Yeah. That's a big one. And you know what? It's like they came to peace. Like, you know, like when they, like someone just draws the line and say, yo, you keep your side, I keep my side.
Right.
Right? Because he went at Rick Ross, but Rick Ross came back too. He didn't just sit down. Right?
Yeah.
On Wax. That's a good one on Wax. I have to admit. That one is one classic.
I kind of want to say Rick Ross kind of started
it. He started
made a song that said something about Curtis Jackson, baby mama, I ain't asking for a cent. And that, then it started.
And then 50 Cent had his baby mother, who was a stripper.
And then 50 went in like he liked to, like, oh, okay. It just, you know? Yeah. I want to say Rick Ross started that, but I want to say he started that. I don't know if it was loyalty to, you know, whoever and whatever, but yeah, that was interesting. And he couldn't shut Rick Ross down because Rick Ross makes such fucking beautiful music.
Yeah. That's why they came to a peace. They came to some type of invisible understanding.
It's the invisible understanding. Holy shit.
Yo, there's a lot more too. Like even with this troll, what's his name? Tekashi.
Oh man.
Holy, he's making beefs everywhere. He's like the beef cooker. I think he's starting a new one. Well, with Lil Durk.
I ain't gonna front, yo. That shit he be doing, yo, is so big. I don't know. That should be very disrespectful, yo. Like,
oh no, now he's going too deep. He's going to the way that if something was to happen to him, no one's gonna feel sorry for him.
No,
that's the worst
not
death.
At all. Thank
that's
you.
The worst death he's gonna have is no sorrow, no feeling, because you were making fun of death, humor, right? Like he's talking about
people that are not here to defend themselves.
Yeah, so he's having beef as a coward. He's like a coward doing beefing with people who he knows ain't coming.
Yeah. But he's so hot, so to speak, and like the hot of you know, he'd already worked with them people. Like, nigga, we don't want to touch you because, nigga, we already know you gonna be like, yo, and yo, and yo. You already didn't act like you was with some shit and you wasn't with it, and you just like, you ain't like.
But this generation though, right now, they're sensitive right now. Like even beefs on Wax is too much for them. Right? Like having intelligent lyrics, for example, now. Just say, and this is like a reply, like it could be what people might say a diss track. You do that now to like, especially it depends on the region you are, where it's popular drill music or whatever is popular, and you do like a diss track, they can't handle it. You might end up like, you know, something. They'll take it personally.
You know what I think part of that is though? Because it is constantly being recycled through this social media shit. So that shit gets amplified like 100 million times more than it would have 25 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
than it would have just in a magazine and people just talking. This shit is constantly being seen, constantly being pushed, it's staying in the algorithm.
But you know the funny thing in the algorithm, they know it's still in the family of the just say hip hop, right? But they can't understand it, that how intelligent, like, what did he say? It's like another language, because they used to everybody sounding like what you're saying the same. So you come with, like, I would say, like a Kendrick Lamar, right? I'll just give an example, or J. Cole. You're on that type of vibe, energy. But you bring that trap, maybe that trap beat. And then you do a diss, whatever they call it, diss or something, dissing on wax. That will catch the feelings. That will get you in trouble. It's crazy.
I mean, what Kendrick did on a motherfucker's own song.
Yeah.
What year was that? I can't remember. 2011, 12, 13. I can't remember exactly.
Mm.
You know, and it created an uproar from, like, all corners of hip hop. Like, motherfuckers that he ain't even mentioned, they were like, nigga, you what?
Mm-hmm.
You got to.
Yeah. Yeah. That's exactly, if you want something popular, just say, okay, from Toronto, right? There's a popular track, which I actually did do it, actually. You take that track and you do your version of it, and it's a diss track. Holy, that, no. People get feelings, they're all in the feelings. Because you're using that popular shit, giving them some knowledge, but doing it better.
Now, since you wanted to come to where you at in Toronto, we have a notorious rapper, singer nigga. He got a pretty good fucking track record with this shit. He got one problem with one motherfucker that just won't let up on his ass. You know, him and Meek, they had they.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I know where you're getting at.
He got Meek on that one. Meek didn't have a good response.
Yeah.
Pusha T is not letting up to this day. To this day. Pusha T said he's a banned from Canada. Time out. This motherfucker got that much juice, you'll ban that man from his whole country.
From Canada? Oh, yeah, I heard about that shit. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Awesome rap beef. Drake, him and Kanye.
That's true. Yeah, there's some beefs there. You give him some gems.
Now they, supposedly kind of patched it up, I guess, well enough between Jay Prince and whatever, they try to do, but
a concert, yeah.
There's a history there. And Drake sing with the smoke. I thought he had a problem with Jay-Z, but they always do songs together. So maybe it's more like to me, it's more like an admiration, competitive, ain't nothing personal kind of shit. Yeah. And Jay-Z trying to tell him, like, nigga, you ain't here yet. Like, I hear you trying, but you ain't here yet. You ain't me yet.
Yeah, not yet. He'll give him respect probably in 10 years.
Well, no, to me, he's still giving him respect because he still do songs with him.
Yeah, that's true. Facts. Well, yeah, the beefs, Jay-Z, he's good with it, man. It's like he's making you know this is a sport. He's trying to make you better. I guarantee, like, if you're coming at him, he's like, okay, he's gonna give you some time to, like, probably come up with something. He's not just gonna come right back at you. He's gonna come up with something where it's gonna be that you're gonna listen to it in the clubs. It's not just gonna be a diss song where you're gonna listen on a mixtape. It's gonna be he put your shit, like what happened with the Ether. Remember with the Ether and
he took the words out of my mouth. I want to say he learned from that. Nah, shit, he learned from that. But I gotta be more careful.
Now you gotta be more careful. But now, like these days, like I said, it's sensitive. Like there's no beefs. Like beef doesn't exist. Like, I don't know if it's like just cooked till it's burnt, the type of beef is what's going on. But I know in Toronto, the culture down here, they can't handle beef. Even though people say they have beef, they can't handle like stuff on wax, not mature. You get what I mean? Like probably back in the days, it's like was mature, but as time went, they lost the maturity. So as people come out with something like a diss track, but it's still like supposed to be fun, they still can't take it. Really emotional. Emotional state.
I mean, yeah, yo, you catch a motherfucker at the wrong time in life, yo, they might be very fragile.
Yeah,
You know
and
what
it's
I'm saying?
very
Like
fragile. It's very fragile, man.
that shit
Very
might really do like this. Boop, touch a nerve. Like
very fragile. Very fragile because how it is, it depends everywhere. Every atmosphere is different. And here's like, for example, like how Atlanta is and how it's popping. Here now, everybody's looking for the next Drake or the next Tory Lanez. So whoever gets this, they don't want they don't want to feel, you know, low. They want to, that's gonna bring some feelings because the attention.
you know who I'm
Everyone's
looking
what.
you know who I'm looking for?
Mm,
And I don't want to call it the next, but it's
yeah,
something like this.
yeah.
I can't wait for the next motherfucker like DMX.
Oh, they're around, but they're not getting the attention, or maybe they don't have just that look.
To that point,
That's
it's
what
just
it
gonna
is.
take the right person, right situation for somebody to put that money behind them to put it in our face, because that's what really happens when motherfuckers get on record labels. Like motherfuckers gotta understand, like it's so much music and shit out here, but when motherfuckers get on a record label and they record label believe in them, they gonna pour hundreds and thousands of dollars into everything to make sure you don't miss this motherfucker.
You know what? There's a couple people like that I would say I have discovered through doing the podcast
Right.
out there.
Right.
There's a whole bunch of gems I could tell you. If
Well,
I was to, there's some gems, man. Like there's this one guy from Atlanta now. I'm digging deep, and I didn't concentrate too much on him as much. But his name is Rap Game. Rap Game, right? From
That's
Atlanta.
a hard name, yo. I ain't gonna front. I like that name.
Yeah, it's rap. Yeah, Rap Game, right? So this guy, his style's like Andre 3000 mixed with East Coast. So it's like he has that style, like how Outkast was going. Like just say, remember our Southern playalistic Cadillac music mixed with a New York flavor, like a style. Good. Rap Game Will. Game Will. Remember that name. Look him up. Rap Game Will from Atlanta. And then another gem. I'm gonna give you some gems so you look some taste. Clown the Capo from North Carolina. He's like melodic. He sings, but you know, it's that hip hop sound from North Carolina. Clown the Capo. These are guys who should be blue check. You get what I mean? Blue check. The quality music, what they put out is even better than what you're seeing in some of the industry, right? There's tons from Toronto. I could tell you, like, there's tons from Toronto.
Bro, I've interviewed some people, like, when I heard their album, I'm like, yo, can I interview you? And as you saying, like, because they ain't blue check, they like, yeah. And they like, how you find me? I tell them, like, yo, this is remarkable. Like, yo, this is some of the best shit I've heard all year. One of my favorite albums. Now, I will say this. One of my favorite albums I've heard in the past couple of years by a brother out of Chicago. Now, he was signed under Twister 10 years ago. He's still mean with it. Like, I'm just like, yo, y'all, oh my God, yo, nigga, like, this album was just the fire. You put this shit together yourself. But, you know.
Yeah, there's a lot of talent out there, man. Trust me, it's a universe. When I say universe, it's really a universe. And these people, they have no time for beefs because the beefs will let them not go. It won't let them go far. They don't have time for these beefs. To really have beef, and you have to be on a certain level too. It's like you pay to play to really benefit from a beef.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
That I was reading, because I know about a lot of this shit, but I was like, let me dig deeper. Like, let me, you know, I started Googling shit and reading more articles. I'm like, all right, I know this. You know what I'm saying? I started running down the history, like, all right, this is all familiar. But then it got to like now times. And it started naming two broads that were signed to Atlantic Records, and they was like Atlantic Records was gonna pay these broads like $250,000, $250,000 to beef with Nicki Minaj. They wouldn't do it. But do you know who else is signed to Atlantic Records that had a problem with Nicki Minaj?
Remy Ma?
No. And I like her. I love her. Fucking Cardi B.
Cardi B. Oh, I see. Yeah.
Fucking Cardi B. I started reading through I was like, hold up, is this real? And I started digging deeper, like, Yeah, they might have gave her that bread, and she was like, "Nigga, I'm with it." Fuck that bitch.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
There's a
know.
lot of those. There's even the beefs with Lil Kim and Nicki Minaj. Not like a beef, but it was like a beef still. The
No,
story with
I'm gonna
Lil
say it
Kim.
was. I felt, just me personally. I felt like Nicki, you gotta give this lady her whatever. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, come on, yo.
But you know the story that she was the original Cash Money girl.
Who?
Lil Kim.
Time out. What are you talking about?
The story. You know, you never heard about the story that.
No, you talking about the original Cash Money girl? Nigga, she was Junior Mafia. What the fuck are you talking
No,
about?
no,
This
no.
Bad Boy. This New York. This Brooklyn.
Afterwards. I mean, before Nicki Minaj came to Cash Money.
They wanted them?
Cash Money was looking for a female rapper in New York.
They was trying to get Lil Kim.
Lil Kim's end time. She was still, I forgot.
Never heard this.
This is the story. She had, I forgot her last record, but this is when she was kind of quiet. But they came to her, the brothers, right, and they were gonna set her up, recreate her and shit like that. Cash Money. But what ended up happening, maybe she wanted too much money and shit like that. And they were in New York at that time, and they were looking for whoever, right? Like whoever was the hot shit. And Nicki Minaj came into their view, right? So Nicki Minaj didn't look like how she looked. You see how you see Nicki Minaj,
okay.
Right?
All right. Yes,
I'm getting to
it. No, because Remy Ma put the picture out of Nicki Minaj with no body work done, and I was like,
and you know what happened? This is why I'm
trying to pull my lip on my face right now. What the fuck?
This is where I'm getting at now. That time, she was a good rapper. She was always rapping, Nicki Minaj, even before all this stuff.
This probably about 2008, 2007.
And they told her to change. They wanted her to have, what they done is took Lil Kim's image and put it on Nicki Minaj.
I thought that's what the New York nigga did. What's your name? I can't think of his name right now. He a manager, Fendi. I thought that's what he did with Nicki.
Those they all have a relationship with Lil Kim down the line, people.
Okay,
down the line.
I'm listening.
So they said they were telling basically it could be whoever that they got to go by that same shit, like we want that Lil Kim shit. But she's younger. Let's get a younger version and let's do it. And that's what happened. That's exactly a lot of people don't know.
Okay, can we go ahead about the Nicki Minaj? About the Minaj part? Because if you remember early in her career, she was talking that gay shit. Like I ain't trying to be. I need to watch my whatever I say.
Yeah. But she was. Okay. Let me say, like she was probably experimenting. She probably liked,
No, they said that was an act. Yo, they said that was an act.
That's what people do that. People do that. That's the industry.
But but they really did that. Like, yo, and they really did it.
Yeah.
And that shit influenced
but people
her fans. I'm telling you, that shit influenced her. I remember seeing a tweet with some girl. Yo, this was a long time. I was sitting there reading the tweet like, what? You inspired me to be open-minded. And these is little fucking kids.
But this is why she's big, and this is how the industry goes. If you want to go deep like that,
right? No, you're right, brother. Hey, you're right.
Because for example, these stuff we talk on my podcast, I have these things that's why people should listen. These stuff I go deep into, and for example, now we're talking about beefs. I have a thing on my Patreon, and it's available for you called Gangster Business, right? Gangster Business is talking about every type of thing in the world, what the government or what we think gangsters control, right? So I talk about the music business. Like, for example, but with Young Thug and Gunna, right? Oh. I was comparing that. No, that's the last thing I was talking about. But I was talking about how the mafia owned the docs with secret society before, and industries, the entertainment industry, the music industry, the sports industry, the gambling industry, they've been involved in, right? And when you get involved in gangster business and you're a black person, especially a person of color, if you don't follow certain rules, right, you won't have no business at all.
I was about to say, done.
You're finished in the gangster business, right? And I watched a documentary the other day about like Detroit. If you know anything about Detroit, they talk about the Black Mafia family, right? 50 Cents is doing the shit on that. When you watch it, right? I understand the stories. I used to watch a lot of documentaries, you know, on different cities, you know, the gangs and shit in America, right? You know, I like to watch the bios and all that shit.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I love documentaries. And
so guess what?
Yeah.
The Italian Mafia was even in Detroit. Everyone thinks about New York, Chicago, and all these other places, but they were big in Detroit, but they were quiet in Detroit. So what they done, because the black people control the politics and most business influence, there was black gangsters. There's guys who weren't who was with the mafia.
When you want to talk about a puppet master,
and
being that real life omerta, you know, cloaked in silence. Yeah, but we gonna let y'all get money, but y'all have to take all the shit that come with it, because we is laid back like a Cadillac. Right?
And when you listen to this guy, like he was mentioning, this guy just talking about like the story, historical stuff. It's like a picture in your head to the like 50 Cent is taking a piece of the Black Mafia family with, you know, Big Meech and his brother, right? It shows you the other stories and who's really the puppet masters was behind all of this. Yeah. So what basically happened is like slavery, like kind of like this. Now, you have the other tribes.
Ooh. Ooh. That shit.
It's like you have all the tribes out there, and then the masters have the house niggers, right? So the house niggers now are the guys who have money. So think of it. This is what's going on. You want me to get deep now?
Man, go there.
These guys are the ones who have all the money and the bars and shit. These black guys you'll see. And then, really, they're working for the puppet master. And then they have the other tribes scattered out there. And they want what the big tribes, those other guys have, right? So they are using, like, these guys as a shadow. The puppet master is using the shadow masters to control the pawns.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So
yeah.
This is where
check us out. Even if you a knight, you could be a knight. You could you could be the motherfucker on the horse. You could be a rook. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Exactly. So where I'm gonna go deep in, if you want to hear this is what I'm gonna do. This is linked with hip hop culture. Sorry, with the music, the whole gang culture is, you know, intertwined. You see it with the music. Where I'm getting down to now, because I'm gonna give you a gem. All these gang leaders you see in these cities and these problems, they like to blame on the inner city and saying it's the black people's problem or the brown people's problem and all of that. It's illusion. You know why? It's really not their problem. The government, those leaders, those gang leaders,
elected officials.
Yeah. So those gang leaders, what I'm getting to, are government people.
Yes.
People don't want to hear it, think it's crazy. A lot of those gang leaders turncoat. We know when they say turncoat.
You ever seen The Wire?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yes.
You seen The Wire?
Yeah.
They went and brought the city councilman a trash bag of money?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. So Baltimore. Oh my God. Please don't get me talking about Baltimore, where I'm from.
But yeah, you're right, because this is where it's linked with all these beefs now. These rappers from these different hoods, for example, I'm going to say Brooklyn, Harlem, the Bronx, all these places, even though they're in the hip hop industry, they can't go to each other's neighborhoods. They can't just travel to each Atlanta. Atlanta keeps going. That's why you got to check in. What's checking in? Why do these famous rappers say you got to check in? When you come to their city, you have to check in.
Man, listen. I'm gonna just say it like this. I'm not no famous nobody.
Yeah.
Right? But if I got somebody I know the way I'm going, let's say I'm coming to Toronto.
Yeah.
And me and you, we've met on here before, but shit, I'm gonna call you, yo, what's happening? Might consider that checking in.
That's true.
But
that is
yeah,
checking.
I need to look, I need to make sure, can you make sure I'm good?
It's true. Yeah.
You came down here, they had the shit in here, CIAA, he run with Jadakiss, shout out Big O. He did all that with them, but I still got with him. Took him out. He was asking me about this and that, man.
That's the way, though. That's the way, though. That's the smart way. Yo, that's what we call networking. If I'm going, for example, in America,
and
where you at?
They call it checking in.
I'm going to check in with you. I'm going to same thing. I'm going to check in with you, the person, the native of the land. So I have an idea where to go and where not to go. It's like, you know, like you're going to New York, you're going to Cali. If you know an artist or someone you've been networking with, that's the best way to go somewhere, because you have maybe three people you've been networking with in LA. Oh, let me visit. They're going to visit me, or I'm going to visit them. You get an Airbnb for 2 weeks, however long you're down there, you know, in the main spot. That's what I'll be doing, right?
And I've been out several places, you know, with none of that. But certain things, the little bit I did know, okay, let me be aware of that.
Yeah.
I know we went out, me and my wife went out LA one time, and we left. When we left here, I happened to be wearing all blue. When we left, I wasn't thinking about any of that, right? And she was like, yo, these motherfuckers looking at you crazy. What you mean? She was like, you got on all blue. We in LA. I was like, oh, yeah.
Oh, shit. But, man, yo, I think I'm
sure if a motherfucker approached me, because from my understanding, they like to ask you out there where you from. Like
yeah.
that's one of the first things they say, well, nigga, where you from, cuz? Or where you from? And once I probably got to talking, they'd be like, oh, this motherfucker is not from here.
Yeah.
But regardless, your appearance
is like something what they target.
and even to, you know, certain things I've seen about dudes that come from out of town and winning some shit. I just seen about some dude went up New York and he was from Cali and got robbed with his chain and they killed him.
Oh shit.
He ain't no big name motherfucker, but this shit like just happened like a week ago or two or something like that. And I'm just like, damn. And you just really think about that, like, yo, you killed this motherfucker by the chain? I don't give a fuck how big the chain is, dog. Like, you ain't.
It makes sense. But yo.
But those are the politics of it. I
Politics
don't know who
of beef.
He was there with, what they told him, if he was good, I don't know. But you got to know what you doing, where you at, you know.
Yeah, man. That's why it's good to keep it on wax. Keep the beef on wax and the peace, you know. But yeah, man, I think I'm supposed to have another interview. You're interviewing me.
Hey, man. I mean, it was just a topic I'd like to discuss, you know.
Yeah, well, we dropped a lot of info. I know they got a history lesson.
I'm gonna give y'all my top 5 favorite disc records of all time, real quick. Just for shits and giggles, as they say. And I like to go in chronological order. Like that's the way I feel. I be feeling about like even MCs, like what's the top 5, or like I said, we're talking about top NBA players or football or whatever. I like to go in chronological order because I believe like, yo, without this example, you're building off that. You heard it.
Yeah.
So to me, it's like The Bridge Is Over, No Vaseline. Oh, I'm kind of torn right now. I don't know which one I want to choose. Yo, baby ball, what's up, yo? I'm gonna say Real Motherfucking G's. I'm gonna say Hit 'Em Up.
Hit 'Em Up.
And I'm gonna say Ether.
Ether. Oh yeah.
I like Ether and Sheether. I think both of them motherfuckers is fantastic.
Ether and Sheether.
Both of them, like. Yo,
but The Bridge Is Over.
On that motherfucker. I don't know.
You said The Bridge Is Over is one of your favorites.
Yo, The Bridge Is Over, yo. I will go crazy if you play that motherfucking record right now, yo. Yeah, I will go crazy, nigga.
Yeah, man.
The nigga said Roxanne Shante is only good for steady fucking. What? This was in like 85, 86. Nigga, what?
Roxanne and
This
Shantae.
is before NWA. Niggas wasn't
It's
talking
true.
like that. On wax.
Yeah, man. Tons of beef. And hopefully they keep it on wax and people don't take it too far and kill people over like words, you know? Just bring it art.
But sometimes that shit don't even get to make it to wax. I mean, if we want to talk about King Von, I don't even think that shit got to make it to wax. I don't know. Maybe it did. Maybe I'm not privy to that between him and Quando Rondo.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. But that shit happened in the street. And, you know, we would love for that shit to stay on wax. But in this climate, yo, the cycle, the algorithm feeds this shit so much.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm gonna go ahead because since I seen Baby Bob jump on here, I don't know if he's still watching or not. But the brother Baby Bob, you see down there at the bottom where it say Baby Bob join. He down with MU. That's Murder Unit. They ran with Capone and Noriega.
Oh, back in the day.
If we want to talk about that little Kim Foxy shit, that shit started on wax. And they just happened to have an unfortunate interaction at a radio station, and shit got ill. You know what I'm saying? And you know, fortunately, nobody lost their life in that situation, but
yeah, shit
got real enough where, you know, shots were fired and people went to jail and and sometimes that can happen. And that's way before any of the social media shit. You know what I mean? But that be the bad part about when y'all got words exchanged and people see each other and somebody, I guess, feels threatened in whatever manner. I don't know, whatever happens. But, you know, like I said, with the, you know, God bless with King Von, you know, he stole on Main Man.
Yeah.
And King Von, homeboy, had the thing and let it go. And, you know, ultimately, man, is you know, some people, you know, is I don't know if it's because I'm older now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, words can upset me. You know what I'm saying? You can say something to me that might possibly make me want to feel like, yo, we should fight, we should get physical.
Yeah.
But in all actuality, like, yo, if it really don't go there, let's just walk away. But I'm older now. I'm not in my 20s. I'm not in my 30s. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you mean. You gotta think of the consequences. Is it worth it? You get what I mean? You feel you're living your life.
And the problem is when motherfuckers get mad, you ain't thinking about none of that.
That's true. That's true. But
when
yo,
you mad, you ain't thinking about any consequences. All you think about is I want to lay this motherfucker down. And whichever man it may be, whether you just want to knock their motherfucking head off or whether you just want, you know, really get rid of them. I you know, and it is, you know, me being honest, yo, looking at hip hop's history. There's always been violence in hip hop. If you go back to, and this is the sad part, yo, for real. Yeah. If you look back at the DJ Kool Herc and MC what's your name, Coke LaRock. Yeah. Kind of their story, how they started it. They kept a pistol with them.
Oh yeah, back in the days, those guys didn't joke.
And this is in the 70s. In the 70s. Kool Herc got poked up. He got stabbed. Coke LaRock was like, yo, I had my gun on me. I was about to go find them, hunt them motherfuckers down. He was like, yo, Kool Herc family was like, yo, give me. He was like, yeah, he knew I had to join. He was like, give it to me. So, with me regrettably saying it is in hip hop's beginning. So how can it not be in the consistent? You're right. I didn't know that story. I didn't know that shit. Yo, look that shit up. Coke LaRock, yo, Coke LaRock. He was like what they consider the first MC because he was on the mic with DJ Kool Herc. Me and you already talked about DJ Kool Herc. Coke LaRock because there's Scott LaRock. Yeah, but this is well before Scott LaRock. Coke LaRock. That's where it's in the 70s. Look at Coke LaRock. You can find him on YouTube. He did a whole little thing with Vlad and he did some shit before that. You know what I mean? But he'll tell you, like, I was a street motherfucker. He was like, I'll be rapping and I'll be selling weed. The real. You gotta look him up. You dig with him. He kept you gotta look him up. You know what I mean? Whatever kind of special words you want to give it. He kept some sunshine with him. Like
Yeah, man. I've seen that. I think I did see something like on someone like back in the days with like Kool Herc, because who was the MC with Kool Herc in the
That's what I'm
beginning?
saying. That's Coke LaRock. The first
Coke
one was
LaRock.
Coke LaRock. He was the first one. And then other brothers came on, Busy B and whoever else, all that shit came on. But the first one was Coke LaRock. These brothers are still alive.
Some gems right there for people. Some hip hop gems, man. Some hip hop gems.
As sad as it is for me to say it, and as much as I try to, I've talked to I've interviewed some dudes that, you know, for lack of a better term, have done some what is deemed criminal activity.
Yeah.
They've had hip hop, you know, whatever. I don't really like to talk to them about their criminal activity.
Yeah, me too. I never really.
That's not because, like I said, my shit is called Hip Hop's Biggest Fan. I want to talk about the hip hop.
Exactly.
Now, kind of happened to go there. All right, cool. But that's not my. I don't want to know. Yo, okay, so you got convicted for such and such.
You know what?
Tell me about that story. I don't want to know that shit.
You know the funny thing, like what you're saying, I'm like that too. But I found like if you watch some of the episodes, people would just open up and start telling me about the whole story.
now if we go there, okay then. But
I don't even go there.
That's not in my line, in my line of question. Like I said, I was talking to a couple, you know, dudes that was from MU, from Murder Unit, ran with Capone and that Noriega. I did my research before then. I've heard of their criminal resume, so to speak. I don't know if I should call it that, rap sheet, whatever. You know, but they older now. These brothers is more progressive. They trying to do other things. Yeah. Let's talk about that. Like, let's just say, yo, yeah, you made some mistakes. Blah blah blah. What is we doing now to, you know what I mean? If they want to expound and compound and go deeper with it, cool. But I don't want to talk about it, brother, because I know I got my own past.
That's true. That's exactly. Yeah, it's true. I never really talk about it. People just bring it up.
Yeah. I mean, because it's part of their story. It is part of their story.
Yeah. They bring it up.
And sometimes when I know it's real serious, I really don't want to go there because I know for all intents and purposes, whatever happened, it affected other families too.
Yeah, right.
And if I'm, you know, I'm from Baltimore, you know, anybody from anywhere, but don't nobody want to open up that trauma for any other, whoever, you know what I mean? That it can potentially do that to me. Like, yo, if somebody lost somebody, I don't even want to open that Pandora's box.
Yo, you know what? Before you go, I gotta ask you this question. And so I know it's obvious. When people are consuming hip hop music, where you at now? I know there's streaming and all this shit, but isn't radio still very important for a record to be, you know, like out?
I guess because they're still around.
You get what I mean?
I guess they are because they're still around. The only time I've even kind of closely listened to the radio, I used to do it a lot more, but I don't do it so much anymore, was when I was at work. I drive trucks and shit. Yeah. So I be driving my truck, you know, but I stopped it because I'm like, yo, y'all are playing shit from a year ago.
But y'all are playing shit from for example, now, someone from like Baltimore, for example, like from Baltimore, like an artist, will you be hearing them on the radio?
No. You might hear it in a mixed show.
How much
mix? You're not even hearing the whole song. So out of 24 hours in a day, you hearing that shit for a minute and a half. And that's it. Not even a minute and a half every hour, not a minute and a half every 3 hours. A minute and a half out of 24 hours.
So you'll get like outside artists who are more playing on the radio.
That syndicated shit is real deal Holyfield. This shit is so syndicated, brother. Like, they're not breaking records to me anymore.
So where are you hearing like the new talent coming out?
On here.
If you want to look for your city, like for example, where you're from, where are you looking for it?
I'm looking on here. I'm looking on the Instagram. I'm looking on the Twitter. What else is it? TikTok. I don't have a Facebook. I ain't got TikTok either. But I'm just saying, this social media shit, like a
So
lot
what
of
you so basically you tell me the radio is just pure commercial. You're just hearing the Drake, you're
yes,
hearing the
yes.
reactions.
That shit is like watching ESPN.
Holy shit.
You're gonna get nothing but McDonald's commercials, Walmart commercials, State Farm commercials, like who all of the conglomerates. Like it's so syndicated. It is so programmed. There's no originality.
But you could still go access other hip hop probably stations close by, like New York.
They only check us out. In Baltimore, they have one. DC is 40 minutes away. They have two. But one of them is owned by the same motherfucking, it's owned by Kathy Hughes by Radio One. They play the same shit. Sometimes they have the same radio shows on at the same time in two different stations, 45 minutes away from each other.
I see what you're saying.
Is that?
I see what you're saying. But like a bit, okay, let's go to a bigger space like New York then. Like New York has a whole bunch of stations, right?
What I only know of two hip hop stations in New York. Is what Power 105 with the Breakfast Club and Hot 97. Whatever, they got other ones?
Okay, let's go college radio.
I don't listen to that shit.
But they have them though.
Now, when you're saying that, they probably do.
A lot.
They tapped in. That's the youth.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm getting
at. It's not syndicated. You have a good point.
That's what I'm getting at. That's what I'm saying. Like in America, okay, here we have it. People are forgetting that's the treasure. College radio or university radio plays certain artists and they become popular after. Like there'll be a guy who becomes out like Tory Lanez. I'm just giving an example. When he was just coming out, and Drake, they're probably on college radio, university radio. Okay. Then they became pop.
Okay. Are you familiar with United States historically black colleges?
Yeah.
Okay. Here in Baltimore, literally around the corner down the street from where I live, I could walk there like right now.
Yeah.
There's one called Morgan State University.
Yeah.
Their college radio, I know back then. I don't know what it does now, because like I said, I don't even listen to this shit no more because what we have on our phones. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they used to. You could go in there. They used to get busy.
Yeah,
they used to get busy. Like you could really set up something with them and do an interview. They play your joint and all that. I'm imagining they should still do that.
Yeah, they're still doing that. Like we're just looking on look on the population. You only look on where you live. Like even where we at, we only look on where we live. But like for example, in America, there's over 200 million people. So
that's how many people here.
Yeah, 300 million. I think more, 400 million. 400 million. About 400 million.
Okay, I have no
half
idea.
A billion. I'm just guessing, right?
I want to ask you something after we done this. This ain't got shit to do with hip hop.
You have about that population, so there's so much cities with so much stories. There's so much stories. You know what I mean? Like Minnesota, all these different places that there's radio stations who are more popular in certain regions than what we think. I'm just going.
Okay. Can I say something?
Yeah.
Every time I've always traveled somewhere, when I got in the car where I'm cutting on the radio. See what they playing.
Yeah.
But since I'm gonna say 2000 and hold on, let me think. Somewhere right around 2010, maybe a little bit before that. It was the same shit they was playing here. And I could have been in LA. I could have been in I'm trying to think where the fuck else I've been. Could have been in New Jersey. I could have been in where the fuck else? Fucking down Virginia somewhere or Orlando. They like they playing the same things.
Same things.
Before it wasn't like that. Yeah. It was very regional.
Yeah.
But I do have a different question for you.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to talk about this, but I'm asking.
Yeah.
Somebody told me this. I didn't get to look it up, so I'm just asking you as a resident and as a citizen of Canada. Dude told me that they got a law in Canada where y'all can't get no more Sunshine.
What?
Well, y'all can't get no more of your digs.
What?
No more bang bangs. No more firearms. This was somebody told me. I was like,
man,
that makes no more. I said, yo, that makes no sense. Are you
come on? No,
serious?
that's bullshit. First of all,
I didn't believe that. I was
first
like,
of all,
I don't believe
they're just going back and forth with like law, talking about
legislation and laws, right?
Right. First of all, this is a undercover gun club country. These guys love their hunting. That will never.
I said, the motherfuckers got bears, man. How the fuck you get?
They love their hunting here. No way.
Bears up there.
That's just that. That'll never change because the inner circle. These guys love hunting.
Yeah.
Going on there, and they love collecting.
Bro, I had to say to him, I said, yo, just for safety, these motherfuckers got bears, like the real kind, like that will eat you, nigga.
Yeah. Yes.
They ain't got Teddy Ruxpins. Ain't no Teddy Ruxpins up there, motherfucker. These motherfuckers got.
Yeah, there's some people.
They got big bad wolves. All that shit.
No, you're right. There's people who live out in the outskirts.
Yeah.
And those people, trust me, there's all types of things like what you're saying. There, you need some type of firearm, man. You can live out in these, and they love living out in these places, You know what I mean? Like they love it. There's caverns, but stuff, and there's these bears and these wolves, and there's these all types of shit down.
I'm gonna tell you something. I live in Baltimore City. You say you seen The Wire, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I live in that same city, but I live in a neighborhood where there are foxes, deers. I gotta shoot a deer I shoot them with like a BB gun. I got just a pellet gun to get them the fuck out of my yard. They just stop eating my garden. Foxes, deers, raccoons. It's a goddamn like a gopher, or I don't know what the fuck is a gopher or a beaver. I don't know what the fuck it is. Groundhog, snakes. All this nature. I live in the city, but I live in the city. It's all this nature. So I could only imagine, like, if you live out in the show enough wilderness.
Oh yeah. That's why you need weapons. I'm sorry, that's why they need weapons. Yeah, it's not going to change. It's because they hear about these city issues, like these urban little issues.
I get that.
As much as they see this going on, it's the media blowing it more up than it is. Right? And I'll be honest with you, when they talk about crime, not say it doesn't happen everywhere, the crime, who it's affecting, it's just a community. It's not affecting everybody else. So meanwhile, they see this guy getting shot, this guy getting shot. It's always the same type of person the majority of the time. So the crime rate, what people don't understand, is within that community. It's high in that community. Doesn't mean that it's high everywhere.
Yeah. No.
You see what I mean?
That's like here, certain neighborhoods.
Yeah.
Here in Baltimore, Baltimore, it's certain neighborhoods. Like I was brought, dude was like, I was like, nigga, this is a 5-star neighborhood we in. We good.
It's true.
It ain't gonna pop off right here. I can damn near guarantee you, even though it's 1 o'clock in the morning, that shit is not about to happen right here.
Yeah.
Now, have we been down such and such, down Monument and whatever, or over down Pennsylvania Avenue or something? I don't know. But I'm comfortable with that too, because you just gotta know what you're looking for.
Man, it's just.
But I just want to ask you that question, bro. I just want to ask you that question because when the dude told me that, I was like, yo, I do not believe that.
They're just talking about all of this is because they're talking about it. The prime minister, people don't like. There's like this big revolution. They want to take him out. He's evil.
Bro, to me, the problem is not guns. It's motherfuckers that got guns that catch people slipping. That catch us all slipping. Oh, it depends on the person itself committed crime everywhere in the hood. Yeah, exactly. Right. But yo, imagine imagine if 2 other people would have had guns in that goddamn grocery store in Buffalo, New York.
Oh, it would be different. That'd be different.
Now I could go deeper on that because
no, because he knew the atmosphere. He had an idea. It's like he kind of had an idea of the atmosphere.
Do you know Do you know who they said got killed in there and what they was doing? Like this when my Behold the Pale Horse come out. Like this when this book right here. Like yo.
Oh shit.
It was somebody in there. You're not lying. They was black and they held it. Yeah. After they right. Shot him down with the gun. Yeah, in his hand. Right. But besides that, like yo. So part of me with the gun shit is like yo. It's a slippery slope because if they just let legal, I'm gonna say legal, all right? I've been a legal gun owner. If they let legal gun owners carry their weapons, right? Concealed or unconcealed, however they choose to, whatever.
Yeah.
The pessimist in me is worried that sometimes it might get out of hand with the gunplay.
Yeah.
But the optimist in me is like, it will make a lot of people more responsible. And if things of that nature go down, now we got a fair fight. Okay, you got one up on us because we didn't know you was coming here. You know what I'm saying? Because to me, guns are made for war.
Yeah.
But at the same time, when they were first used, they probably surprised the fuck whoever they used them on.
That's why they have something called gun control, but that doesn't work.
They ain't have no gun. They ain't had no gun control back in the, I don't know, when the fuck did they first make guns? I have no idea. The 1400s,
hundreds of years,
1300s,
hundreds of years,
right? And that's probably how they got slaves and all that. Like, yo, we got guns. Y'all motherfuckers got bows and arrows. Like, yeah, it's not a fair fight, but I mean that's part of war.
Yeah.
But saying all that to say. I don't really be knowing how to feel about that gun shit. Because part of me be feeling like, yo, if somebody's a legal owner, if they can keep it on them, but see, here's the other part. Now, see, here come the other part with it. Hold up. All that is a gimmick just to shut people up. And that's why they say things to us that they think we want to hear. You ain't bullshitting, brother. Yeah.
It's a fit. You know what? Sorry to say it before I have to head out. It's the theater of war. And a lot of the times, a lot of these things what are set out there, what we see is actually set up like brain control. That's what my pops believe. My pops believe these people were like these youth, especially a lot of the ones what you see, were actually trained by like there's some older, there's some people behind the whole thing. Like exactly. Yeah, they're sending them out. Those are the people they're sending out. But yo. Much respect for chopping up with you, man.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. Till next time, you stay in touch. You be good.
Bless up, man.
Hey, check this out. If I ever make it up to motherfucking Toronto, nigga, I'ma check in.
Yeah, man. Bless. I have an interview coming up. I'll see if he's still around, y'all. Bless up. Hip hop's biggest fan. Much respect.
Yes, sir.